In this episode, we are getting divorced. And this is not an April Fool's joke.
There's no joke to it. We're getting divorced. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the newest episode of the Catch-Up Corner. I'm Benson.
And I'm single.
No, you're not.
No.
Hi, Pookie. Welcome
Hi,
back.
baby.
It's been a while since we've been on this channel. And we're not dead, I promise. We're alive and well.
Yeah, it's been...
Except for her, who almost just coughed.
It has been a crazy 2 weeks. We had PAX last week.
We've been dead this week.
I was getting over a cold
Cold.
before
You
that.
had a whole ass respiratory
Yeah,
infection.
I had something.
Oh, you were not doing good at all.
I'm still not completely over it.
You're not coughing, though.
Yeah.
As much.
We are looking at maneuvering a little bit. We do want to finish off Sci Fi with a couple of episodes. So we'll be talking about the kids' movies in this episode.
Yeah.
E.T., the Extra Terrestrial, and the Iron Giant.
Yep.
But then, we're going to be doing the no theme because we do still have a special guest for that one.
We do.
We're cutting out 2 of the TV shows.
Yeah, doing a lot of TV shows is ambitious.
Well, it wouldn't matter as much if Benson had already seen them and we didn't have to sit down and watch them together. Because as much as we do try to make time for each other, watching TV doesn't usually fall on our list.
No, it's very hard for us to watch
Yeah.
TV together, honestly.
It's because Benson always wants to either be streaming or recording something.
Well,
and as
not
much as I
not always, but unfortunately with the free time, it's just our job now, you know? We have to make time, as I'm suddenly blinding white in the name of Jesus Christ. As the sun blends in. You thought he rose on Easter? Nah. Oh, the light's gone. I can't make that joke anymore. No. Hi, I'm Benson again. It's like split personality. But, yeah, I mean, it's not that I want to, but, I mean, I do want to. Don't get it twisted, but... You know, it's hard to make a dent in content creation if you're gone for months on end.
Which is funny because we were going to change one of the TV shows anyway. We couldn't find Westworld on where we wanted to watch it without paying for each episode, which we did not want to do.
And I told her, though, we probably could have gone to Walmart and gotten the DVD box set.
Probably, but then we did some digging and we were going to watch Firefly. And literally the next day, after we said, hey, let's add Firefly to our rotation, guess what happened?
Yeah.
They announced that it's coming back.
Or they're trying to have it come back.
They're trying to have it. But I think it's official.
Is it official?
I think so.
I thought it was just a thing they weren't sure about yet.
I thought so, but I think it's now official.
Oh, if it's official, then hey, good for the Firefly 2 fans out there. Blinding Jesus lights! For those of you that are audio only on Spotify, you must be so confused. But this curtain keeps coming down, and I'm going to keep making the joke every time.
Apparently, we can add video to Spotify now, so if you're interested in that, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Spotify is I don't feel like we would do Spotify videos, because it takes up...
it's the exact same thing.
It is, but, who on Spotify watches a podcast?
Plenty of people. Anyway,
But
I'm just saying, it's an option.
But, you're there for the audio. You're there to turn it off. You don't need to watch anything. And then, you go jogging or fucking or washing dishes or crack or whatever. YouTube is where it's at.
It's different
for video.
than with YouTube because with YouTube, if you, turn off your phone, it cuts out.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't on Spotify.
Well, no,
even if it's a video.
Well, that's because it's mainly audio. Because at that point, you're just listening instead of watching.
Anyway,
so
whatever. We're getting off topic.
But if you want it, hey, let us know. I would love to save space, I guess.
It would save space.
It would save so much space on my PC that, there's so much space. Anyways. Anything else about the final plans for Sci-Fi?
No, so we are still going to be doing Stranger Things. It's just we're going to tug it into April.
There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that. It combines well with
our other theme.
Our April theme, which we'll talk about
in the wrap-up. Yes, but we'll talk about
we do already have the next couple of months planned out.
We do.
It's just, it worked.
Especially because we're going to be gone in July. We have to plan very thoroughly. Like, we will not be in this booth, I say. We're not going to be in this room for a week, unfortunately. So, we're not going to be here at all. So, we got to, like, really plan. But, anyways, back to sci-fi.
Okay, so we are taking a little bit of a break from some heavier sci-fi. And talking about more child-friendly sci-fi.
Yeah, jangling keys and going, it's an alien. Exactly like that. They won't probe you.
We're talking about E.T., which I had seen when I was younger. I'm sure I have. I didn't remember anything about it, though. And The Iron Giant, which I had never seen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about it. And that's the show. Good night, everybody.
Did you watch them when you were little?
Okay. Iron Giant, yes, a little. E.T., no.
Okay.
I've seen clips of E.T., but I never sat and watched it. It wasn't until college when I finally had the excuse, because it wasn't playing on channels much at this point in time, but I was like, oh, sci-fi, this is a fun time. This is just my sci-fi class. I'm literally just, shout out Professor Vogel, because literally this man, okay, this is just the sci-fi curriculum. But we caught out Avatar by James Cameron, because who wants to watch that? Who wants to watch the first Avatar? Not me. Good for you if you do, but this is just Benson's curriculum in college for sci-fi class. But E.T. was an excuse to finally be watched in sci-fi class. Which one do you want to start with?
E.T. We'll start in the order that I watched them.
Okay, cool.
We obviously only have 2 movies to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. E.T.
I thought you were going to say it was going to be a short episode. I'm like,
no,
don't say that.
No, because every time we say that, it's not a short episode.
It is not. It's like when I say it's going to be a short script. It's not.
You never mean that.
I never do.
So, E.T. is about a little alien who gets stuck on Earth after his family accidentally leaves him behind.
Oh, yeah.
And he ends up bumping into this human boy who takes care of him, and they quickly form a bond, not only spiritually, but also physically, because they do literally become attached to each other, something that we
not
we
like
see.
A Lovecraftian horror.
No, something that we see when E.T. gets sick and Elliot also starts experiencing symptoms. Slight spoiler, but that pretty much sums it all up.
And the government.
And the government.
Yeah, our biggest villain in a kids movie, the government.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, teaching them young. You gotta teach. You gotta teach them young. You can't trust shit around here with the government. Okay, you can't trust Ronald Reagan. I mean, was he president when this movie came out? I think he was. Reagan dominated everything for a while. Listen, I'm just saying. If your movie had an idea about a government, Ronald Reagan was probably the approach to it. And you know what? That's valid. Fuck Reagan. Anyways.
Oh, God.
What? What has Reagan ever done for us other than be alive during the 80s and is the subject of being against the government? Exactly. He hasn't done shit.
All right.
He makes a good corpse better than a president. But, E.T., I have my thoughts.
What are your thoughts?
I like it. It's cute. It's very cute.
I think E.T. is
sad.
This generation's WALL-E.
Which, you mean like what generation? Like our generation?
Is our
The generation that grew up in the 80s.
The generation that grew up with this movie.
What makes you say that? Because that's 2 vastly different subject matters.
No, it's the, like, everybody, even if you don't necessarily love the movie WALL-E, you love WALL-E as a character. And I feel like it's the exact same thing with E.T. Like, most people, the reason that I hadn't watched this for so long is because I thought it looked kind of boring, like, when I was little.
Oh!
And I don't know, just watching this movie now as an adult, I'm like, this is just so sweet. And, like, you really grow with, like, you grow, like, the characters grow on you, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, they literally do. They got sick together.
They do get sick together.
And this is a great advertisement for Reese's Pieces. This is a really good advertisement for Reese's Pieces. E.T. was like, all right, Elliot, open up a pack of these Reese's Pussies. And that's the movie. If you get that quote, I love you.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a good movie. It's a very cute movie. I feel like this is like prime kids movie 80s at its best, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was dark because 80s movies for kids were dark, never ending story. But it was something that you could still, it was toned down, because when you look at sci-fi from the 70s and 80s, it's not toned down at all. I mean, even Spielberg's biggest hit, one of his earliest hits, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, is not exactly like something you sit with the family and watch, you know? Because nothing says good old family time like alcoholism and family negligence. Yeah. So this is just the friendlier version of that.
but it also has those themes, because E.T. gets drunk.
Yeah. I mean, he does, yes.
Which is where we first see the impact that E.T. is having on Elliot, and like their like how entwined they are, because E.T. got drunk, Elliot also got drunk, and Mom's very confused on how he ended up intoxicated at school.
Well, I mean, that's the funny part about it. I feel like using alcohol is the perfect way to do it. I feel like that was the funniest way to do it. And at least, and listen, alcoholism and just all around like seeing things in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like, yeah, I mean, alcoholism I don't even think was prioritized much in Close Encounters. It was kind of slightly touched upon, but more like the obsessive part than the actual alcohol. But I feel like they take even that's a kid-friendly approach. Like, this is one of those sci-fi movies. I feel like there was a lot of good sci-fi shorts for kids. Correct me if I'm wrong, audience. There wasn't a lot of good sci-fi movies you can recommend that weren't Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And even then, Star Wars still had those moments you wouldn't want to take little Timmy to. Like the scene where the Wampa gets his arm cut off. The scene where that dude in the cantina gets his arm cut off. The scene where Luke gets his hand cut off. The scene where they choke out Jabba the Hutt. And also, you just don't want to deal with the question of, Ma, why did Princess Leia in an outfit like that in Return of the Jedi make me feel something? You don't want to deal with that shit as a kid. You don't want to deal with that shit as a parent walking out of the theater. So, E.T. is like that nice little middle ground where it's like, it's so interesting to see how they handle aliens in this, because E.T.'s design, as iconic as it is one of the simplest alien designs out there. He's just a shriveled up, wrinkled alien. That's as much as I'm gonna say. But actually, let's get into that. E.T. himself, the main star of the show. The special effects for E.T., the special effects in general, because all the special effects come back to E.T. in some way and are tied around this little dude. Give me your thoughts, 80s special effects hater.
I don't hate 80s special effects.
Yeah, you've grown on them now, though, because of this podcast. You're welcome. Go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
Listen, I'm just a really tough critic when it comes to special effects.
You're so lame. Where's your whimsy?
E.T., I love E.T. Like I said, though, I do feel like it's the 80s generation WALL-E, where, like, he's a little sci-fi dude. He's an alien, obviously. WALL-E's a robot. But just, like, minimalistic language, and, like, he's learning the language as, like, the kids are teaching them, which is really cute. And characters are, like, these characters are probably some of my favorites that we've talked about in recent episodes. Just like the family dynamic and how WALL-E fits in with them is so sweet. Oh, I said WALL-E.
You said WALL-E.
And how
yes, they put WALL-E in a dress.
How E.T. fits in with them is just so cute and so sweet.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's cute. E.T.'s very simplistic, and there's limited movement, but it works for him because he's a curious little dude.
He is a curious little dude.
Like, he's kind of this is the thing about aliens. A lot of aliens in the 70s and 80s, if you notice between our talks of xenomorphs from Alien and E.T. in this episode, they resemble cats in behaviors and mannerisms. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is E.T. like prime cat instinct in a way. Like that's how do you feel about these alien depictions? Because Nope, we get a predator, like an all-around predator. The aliens you see in the 70s and 80s are like cat-like in a way. Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. Why do you think they chose cats to kind of like base mannerisms and behavior on for xenomorphs and E.T., for example, specifically? Like xenomorphs were like stealthy, quiet, everywhere, fucking shit up. E.T. is like the curious nature. Why do you think cats were the perfect vessel to describe aliens.
Because nobody likes cats. And everyone thinks they come from a different planet.
No, they don't. I love cats. I love my boys.
No, I don't. That's a really good. That's a good observation.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I feel like, okay, so look at Egypt, for example. Cats are like such a major depiction in
Mythology.
Egyptian mythology
Okay.
that I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Is it just because they're easier to depict because dogs are one brain cell friendly all the time, while cats are a wider scope? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean probably. I don't know. I'm not the psychological one here.
To tie it up to our cats, Binks is the xenomorph, Max is E.T.
Yeah.
That's a good depiction, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Binks is the hunter.
Binks, okay, but you make it seem like Binksy is just like...
He's not an asshole.
He's an asshole. He's not.
But he's...
I mean, he's a little bit of an asshole. But he's a good boy. They're both really good boys. But yeah, if there was one that was the hunter, it would be Binks.
Oh, yeah.
Maxie might only have one brain cell.
And it's stuck between his cross eyes.
My sweet boy.
It's stuck between his cross eyes. Okay,
boy.
that was just an observation I wanted to bring up because I've always talked about it with cats and aliens. But back to the movie itself. Speaking of the family, what did you think of all the characters in this movie?
Okay, I am a sucker for, I've talked before, a found family trope. And even though like they're all family in this, one of the scenes that I absolutely loved is when, so obviously there's Elliot. Elliot is like the main character of this. And then we have his little sister, who I forget her name, but it's played by Drew Barrymore. And he has an older brother. And all throughout this, like, we see that expected family, classic family trope of each older sibling is kind of shitting on the other. And like, it's classic family. I was the youngest in my family, but like just the way that my sister and I argue with each other, it reminded me of that so much. And you, as somebody who has younger siblings, I'm sure you've experienced the exact same thing. I've seen you experience the exact same thing.
Yeah, you're right.
They're my sibling. I'm going to give them shit all day long, but when they need me, I'm going to come through for them. One of my favorite scenes was when Elliot was getting sick and they had lost E.T. after trying to communicate with his home base. And Elliot's on the floor and he's like begging his older brother to go find E.T. And he immediately just drops everything and starts riding his bike to figure out where E.T. went because he knew how much that meant to his brother. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up the stuff for E.T. to get the names for you.
How's it working?
Doing good, actually. Carry on.
But
Gertie.
Yes, Gertie, and then I forget the older brother's name.
The older brother is Michael.
Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he is Michael.
But just seeing that, and like earlier in the movie, he was like making fun of his brother for even thinking that this little creature existed. He was calling him a goblin and everything, and just seeing how quickly that turned around from, yeah, you're making shit up, whatever, I don't believe you, to, okay, maybe you aren't so stupid after all. It's really cute. It's a very cute family dynamic at the point where even like after they discovered E.T. was a thing, none of them ever considered turning him in at all. Even the mom was like she was concerned, but she was like, yeah, no, this is our life now.
Yeah, it gives Alf. It gives Alf vibes. If anyone knows that show.
I don't.
You don't.
I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
You are a monster. It's such a good show.
I know what it is.
Alf is amazing.
But I've never watched it.
Oh, you're missing out. I should have added that to the fucking show plot. You know, that would have been awesome. I should have added that to the podcast rotation. What the fuck are you doing?
I was checking to make sure that wasn't a dead mouse under the PC.
Oh, that would have been a great gift, speaking of hunters. Okay. What did you... again, overall plot, how many times did you cry?
Once.
Once. Which scene?
So there's a scene towards the end where E.T. is dying.
Yeah.
And I was like or maybe like 80% sure, like, they're not going to kill the main character, right? But there's always that 20% that comes in 80s movies where you're like, this is going to be the one movie to do it. This is going to be the one fucking movie to dare kill the main character in a fucking children's movie. So, yeah, I cried. I texted Benson. I'm like, fuck this fucking movie. Fuck this movie. And then, like, 5 seconds later, I was like, never mind, he's alive. I'm good.
Yeah, you just got to give it a second. Yeah, but all around plot for this movie, what'd you think? Was it a cute plot? Was it about what you expect?
I think it's a very basic plot. I mean, I don't think it did any... I mean, it was revolutionary for its time, but since this time, I don't think I haven't seen, like... I don't think this did anything out of the park, brand new, super innovative, at least in... at least for right now.
I mean, that was then. This is now, though.
I know, but I didn't see it then. I saw it now.
Okay, but it did the tropes better than a lot of movies now.
It did.
It hits home. Steven Spielberg was a master of the times for a specific reason, which is funny considering he's coming out with another Alien movie in July. No, June. Oh, June. We got to go see it. Disclosure Day. But, I mean, E.T. is a very special movie in that regard.
It is. It's super...
It shows how smart he is, though. I think that's the biggest thing, is that aliens have always been depicted as smart travelers that know what they're doing. And even if they don't always figure it out, this showed it because E.T. is like a child. Like, quite literally, his family abandoned him. He is the equivalent of a child. That's why Elliot and him bonded so well, I think, is because they're both misunderstood kids in a way. I think it showed how much smarter E.T. is than your typical human, because after seeing a lot of John Wayne shit, he decides to figure out how to phone home. So, what do you think about that? Because that's a huge thing.
I know, it's such... Getting to see, like, all of the scenes that I had seen clips for when I was younger, I don't know why I never thought this movie looked super interesting to me. But I remember seeing, like, commercials and, like, just watching clips of this movie and just seeing, like, those classic scenes, like E.T. phone home, or the scene of Elliot and E.T. riding the bike.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, it was really
he's
fun.
smart, though, and it's interesting to see, because, like, you forget sometimes this dude is, like, probably has done shit as an alien that we couldn't comprehend with our human minds. And he's able to show that otherworldly intelligence beyond human comprehension by finding ways to phone home without communicating. You know, and I think it shows... I think this film is interesting for its time, because during a time with, like, the Cold War and just separation and, like, obviously a bunch of different shit that's still prominent now with racism and homophobia and all that shit, but especially during the 80s, I feel like as the light shines upon me as Jesus Christ again.
I'm gonna leave it now because we need some light in here.
I'm back. It's me, Jesus. Anyways, I feel like back then, Steven Spielberg did a good idea, or did a good thing by showing that, yeah, you may not be able to always understand someone, whether it's someone in your life or from another planet entirely, in the case of E.T., but there are ways to communicate and effectively figure things out. Because Elliot, for the most part, has no idea what E.T. is capable of, or doesn't even realize what E.T. really wants for a while. But E.T. is able to figure it out and put words together and meet him halfway. And I think that's the biggest thing that this film does, is that it has a sense of found family, like you said, and teaches unity and all that. I think it's cute for that.
Yeah, and it is always fun seeing two different characters come together and try to find a way to communicate, even if they don't necessarily have the words to do so.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorite tropes, is seeing how, like, two people from very different backgrounds, or two creatures from very different backgrounds, can come together like that. Especially when it's in a group. Like, obviously, I love the found family trope in any kind of aspect, but I think E.T. really solidified my love for that trope.
It tugs at the heartstrings for a reason. It's a good film. And, I guess I should say this. Was there anything you didn't like about this film?
No.
Really?
No, I think it was really great. It had the audacity to pull at your heartstrings, which, like, I mean, not audacity, but I did like that it took that time to make you think that E.T. was gonna die.
Okay, maybe this is me growing up with Stitch has a glitch, but I wasn't phased.
Well, you know what? You're just...
Well,
lame.
listen, when you grow up with movies that always fake out deaths, you come and talk to fucking me, okay?
But there's always that chance that one movie's gonna do it.
I've grown too comfortable where I'm like, they're not gonna do it. And that's why when they actually do it in media, it surprises me, and I'm impressed. But I grew up with Stitch as a glitch, okay? I know about alien deaths, or fake out deaths. I'm not scared of E.T. for shit. Anything else you want to say about this film?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that you...
You were grounded from playing with the new headphones. Please
Sorry.
continue.
I need a fidget toy. Yeah, actually, I'm surprised that you haven't asked the question you ask in every single episode.
What's that?
The soundtrack.
Oh yeah, how's the soundtrack? It's only one of the best soundtracks in sci-fi or whatever, but how's the soundtrack?
Why? Who did it?
Who did it?
Who did the soundtrack? Do you not know?
Yeah, I know. I want you to say it.
No, you don't know.
No, I know. It's
You
John
don't.
fucking Williams. Why do you have to ruin everything? I just want you to come off as smart one time. One time! Is that so hard to ask?
Because you should be trying to impress me with your knowledge.
I already did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. We're doing a podcast because of my knowledge.
Actually,
Yes.
it was my idea.
No, it fucking wasn't. Because you were like,
Anyway.
I just want to make a separate channel where I do vlogs. And I was like, it'd be better as a podcast. And you're like, that's a great idea, honey.
Actually, I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. But anyway, let's...
Do the show by yourself then. Benson's phoning home. See you later. Benson's phoning home. Hey, that's abuse. Don't fucking pat my
Anyway.
hand, you homosexual.
Who is John Williams?
John Williams is one of the greatest orchestrators of all time. If you don't know, we have a whole month dedicated to movies that he's famous for.
3 months.
Technically 3. Star Wars. He is known for Star Wars especially. He is one of the greatest composers. If there is music from a film track, you probably know it because of John Williams or Hans Zimmer, but that's a different point to be regarded. He is one of the greatest sci-fi, especially orchestrators of all time. Talk to me about the soundtrack.
I mean, you could definitely tell who it was.
Why is that?
Because it started out very Star Wars.
Really?
Like, I'm pretty sure he used the exact same song.
I'm gonna copy my own homework.
I'm pretty sure that it's exactly what he did, but then, like, so it started out with the exact same tune of Star Wars, and then it kind of faded out at the end where, like, it almost seemed like he caught himself. And he was like, wait a minute.
Was that on purpose, you think?
Am I plagiarizing myself?
Was he being a shithead, or was that on
I
accident?
don't know.
I don't actually know. I feel like he answered that somewhere.
But like, I mean, you could tell exactly what projects he was known for because of the way that the music was done in this movie.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing at all. Like, I'm not calling him out for it, but literally just take a listen to the soundtrack and tell me it does not sound the exact same.
Certain things I feel like. I don't know.
For the most part, it sounds exactly the same.
All right, listen. You're now. You know what? You could just. I don't want to make you seem smart anymore. You just pitfalled yourself. Like, sure, go off, Queen. Stop playing Pokemon Go during ET.
They wouldn't have even known if you didn't call me out.
I'm gonna call you out on the podcast.
Shut up.
Keep your hands to yourself. Do I have to act like this is a school? Hands to yourself, okay? And let's talk about some wonderful aliens together. The famous scenes with E.T. Let's talk about those famous scenes. What'd you think of them seeing them in context? Especially such a thing as, like, E.T.'s finger.
Finger.
Yes, the finger of life, as I call it.
Phone home.
Yes. How does it feel seeing these famous scenes in popcorn film media brought to life in, like, context? Does it give you appreciation, like you mentioned earlier?
It does. It finally came full circle. I had a really good time with that. And, like, you can't help but it bringing, like, a smile to your face and feeling a sense of nostalgia, even if you've never seen the full movie before.
Yeah, I mean, he's everywhere. E.T.'s everywhere. He made a shitty video game. He made a theme park ride. He's in Star Wars. That's
He's
canon.
in Star Wars?
Have I not told you this? Wait, I don't think I told you
Oh,
this.
you did tell me this.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I think we talked about it before on a Star Wars episode, but if you don't know, in case I didn't, and in case you haven't seen it yet, which you fucking should, you heathens, E.T.'s technically canon to Phantom Menace as like an Easter egg nod because during the Senate speaking, or the Republic speaking, you could see all these aliens on different podiums, and if you look very closely in a specific corner, you could see E.T.'s species represented. Which means the possibility of E.T. being a Jedi is now headcanon and has been spoken about for years. Because Force healing is a thing, E.T. has this power. So, there's a lot of people grumbling that E.T. was a Jedi, which is now sad in retrospect because that means he died of Order 66. What?
I'm choosing to believe he's one of the ones in hiding.
Every single one in hiding has not had a good fate.
Maybe that's why he got left on Earth.
Maybe he got left on Earth, so his family dies for him being a Jedi? That's fucked.
Maybe they weren't Jedis. Maybe he was just a Jedi.
Oh, great. We got a Rise of Skywalker plot again, but done right.
Yeah.
Yippee. Cool. Great. I love that in my E.T. film. Ruin it for me, why don't you? But it is iconic, and I feel like everywhere you go, it's like that research that was done recently I saw where, like, if you've seen Pokemon, you have a specific part of your memory or brain locked away for Pokemon specifically. I feel like that with how much E.T. has been all over the world in different media, commercial, etc., etc. I feel like most of the planet has that connection to E.T. because he became such an icon, whether we like it or not. So, Why
wouldn't you like it?
Well, I mean, there's a difference between using an icon to be an icon and then being like, okay, I've had enough of this consumerism. I'm not saying I don't like him. I love E.T. I love that wrinkly little dude. He's so funny, but I see why people might get sick of it. He was everywhere. Everywhere. And it's still technically everywhere. Is there anything else you want to say about this film?
I would have liked to see more of E.T. and the dog.
E.T. and the dog? Mm-hmm. Why?
Because the only scene we really got with them is them screaming at each other.
I mean, that sums up the relationship perfectly. I don't think you need to say any more, Your Honor. That says it all.
Your relationship with Bear?
That's my relationship with anything. Just the very guttural. He sounds like a dinosaur, which is funny.
And then Elliot's like iconic laugh.
Oh yes, his laugh. That's right.
His iconic laugh that sounds like a scream.
Yes, it does. Like literally used everywhere. It feels like it's like the Wilhelm scream. You can't escape it. That's hysterical. I completely blanked on that for a minute. Wow.
It was a solid movie. I liked it a lot. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. It's also got a great ET ride where you can type. Fun fact: you can type in your name, and then ET says thank you as you pass by. So, there's a famous video I'll show you where everyone put their name as Chuck. And it's just E.T. going, thank you. Chuck, 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 for 20 people.
Oh my goodness.
It's amazing.
I guess that's not the worst thing they could have put.
There's definitely worse. I'm sure there's videos. Somebody probably would poopy butthole.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor probably did. Connor would. Is it at Universal? I think it's at Universal.
I don't know. I've never seen it at Universal.
Not the Universal in America, I think. I feel like it's a ride somewhere. We'll have to see. If it is...
It would be at Universal.
If it's at I mean, yeah, obviously Universal, E.T., that's his company right there. That's his dad.
That's his dad.
That's his dad.
It's his dad.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg's his mom. That's his dad.
It's his dad.
But, yeah, if that ride's there at Florida, oh, I know what I'm doing.
I don't think it is.
I feel like we're going to Google it. But either way, E.T., success, right?
Success.
All right, let's talk about the other film, The Iron Giant.
Okay, the first thing I have to say, and Benson's going to be really mad at me for this.
I am.
Why does that boy look just like Ben from 8 Crazy Nights?
You're talking about the main fucking character?
Yes, his face
looks
exactly like... Oh my god, I need to pull this up.
No, he doesn't.
No, I need to pull this up.
You sent me these pictures, and I'm like, are you fucking nuts?
I'm telling you.
No. You're telling the wrong thing. Oh my god, why? Why are you so head set on this, honey? Fun fact.
Because he looks exactly like him, and I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, honey. Sure thing.
I am not
She's currently
wrong.
We're not apparently continuing the episode until Hogarth. Yep.
Look at that face.
Yes, I'm looking at the face.
And then tell me.
Oh my god. We're literally killing podcast time for this.
Yes.
Dear God. Yeah, you typed in Ben from 8 Crazy Nights. That's not the same.
They look exactly.
No,
the
it
same.
isn't.
They look too similar.
No, that's not the same.
They look too similar.
You are so fucking wrong. Anyways, go ahead. Talk about the
they
Iron
look
Giant.
too
What's it
similar.
about?
Anyway, the Iron Giant is about exactly what it sounds like. It's about a giant robot who's made of iron.
You're doing so good, sweetie.
Listen, okay? I'm telling you, they look alike. Anyway. And he basically runs into this child who's a very lonely child. Doesn't have many friends. Is kind of like the weirdo of the town. His mom's a single mom. And
Played by Jennifer Aniston.
And he meets this robot, and they become, like, the best of friends.
Meanwhile, guess who's pursuing him? The government. Excellent job, everybody. What have we learned today? What is the common enemy in sci-fi kids films? The government. So who do we not trust when we go up?
The government.
Thank you. Good job, everybody. You all get lollipops. Great job. But, okay, so, what do you think about this film?
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really fun. Great.
Almost similar plot lines in some regards.
Yeah.
Except with a giant 50-foot extraterrestrial robot.
And Hogarth was really sassy.
I mean, Elliot was kind of sassy.
No, but he was a lot more sassy.
I mean, yeah, the animated films of this time had a lot of sassy characters.
And actually really funny. I liked him. He made me laugh.
Hogarth?
He made me laugh a lot.
How often did he make you laugh?
A lot.
What made you laugh with Hogarth?
Just like the sass, the line delivery, the fact that his mom has had a room for rent in their house for the longest time. Which, first of all, let's talk about the adults in this movie.
Oh, here we go.
Because his mom got on my fucking nerves. But she's renting out a room in their house, and this government guy comes in and takes the room. And she's basically like, oh yeah, like he's fine to be here. First of all, you're trusting your child with a man that you don't fucking know who works for the government. Double whammy. Absolutely the fuck not. And I don't know, just like the line delivery, every time he's being sassy to this government guy, because the government guy really wants to find this robot, because nobody believes him that this robot exists. And Hogarth is like, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out. I don't know. I'm not talking to you. I don't know shit. It's hilarious. Obviously, he doesn't swear. It's a children's movie, but still.
Yeah. If he could, he would, though. Hogarth is very fucking sassy.
He's so sassy. It's so funny. And he's trying to, like, get rid of him all day that he's, like, hanging out with him. First of all, why are you letting a grown-ass man that you don't even know hang out with your child? Yeah. Let alone live in the same house.
Government man of all things,
fucking
too.
Government. That's what I just said.
Unbelievable. A government man.
Know. She annoyed me.
Yeah, so well, I guess that's my leading question then. What did you think of the characters in this overall?
Overall, I mean, they played the role that they were supposed to play, so, like, I can't really hate the characters, except for the mom. She pissed me off. It made no fucking sense.
Which is funny, because you love Jennifer Aniston.
I love Jennifer Aniston, but I don't like this character.
Yeah, no. So, what did you think of the characters? Not as strong in this one? Because there is a found family aspect with, you know, Hogarth and the Giant, obviously.
Yeah,
but
and also,
not really with everyone else.
I mean, the guy that eventually becomes his mom's boyfriend.
Oh, him.
Yeah, I liked him. His name's Dean. I liked Dean because he didn't. My favorite is when somebody who's not like a direct family member comes into like a child's life and talks to them like they're a human and not just a child. And he did that. Like, he hung out with him, and like they really hung out at his workplace, which is really just a junkyard because Dean is a struggling artist.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned Dean being chill because he is one of the first not to see the Giant as a threat.
Yeah.
Other than Hogarth.
Well, he sees him as a threat at first, and he's very much like kind of on edge, and then he realizes that the Giant's just a curious...
Well, he gave it a chance, though, because looking up the characters and making sure everything's good, in my research to reacquaint myself with this film, it's funny because Brad Bird, the director, felt it appropriate to make the character a member of the Beat Generation, as they were viewed as mildly threatening to small-town values during that time. So as an outsider himself, he could see the Iron Giant wasn't an actual threat. And this is the thing a lot of kid sci-fi movies do, is that generations and kids themselves that are outcasted from normal humans are the ones to understand that things beyond our comprehension are not always equating to dangerous.
Right.
So it's funny you mentioned Dean being so chill as an adult, because he is outcasted in this movie on purpose. Everything is on purpose when it comes to this, and Brad Bird knew what he was doing.
This one, I think it's a little deeper than E.T. as well.
Oh, I agree.
Because
it's deeper.
Like, the Iron Giant doesn't say a ton of words. First of all, I did not know he was voiced by Vin Diesel. Did you know that?
I did know that.
I didn't know that.
They have a surprising all-star cast for this movie.
They do.
And it's really good.
And it's just the way that that we get those emotions without a ton of dialogue is always amazing to me. Like, he feels like a character that has these emotions. Like, Hogarth is telling him the story of, he has some comic books, and he's telling him the story of a villainous robot character.
Yep.
And you can see right away that he takes that to heart, because he doesn't want to be bad. He wants to be the good guy. He wants to be the hero. And like later on, he puts like an S on his chest, and he says he wants to be Superman. And it's so sweet that we kind of see that internal conflict.
Yes.
Right away without a ton of words, which is such a phenomenal way to tell a story.
Yeah, it's such an interesting, and it adds to that because, like, again, you know, the government wants to expose E.T. for research, you know, typical alien cutting him apart. The Iron Giant feels more like a malicious, we want to use him as a weapon during this Cold War type of thing. So it's very interesting that you mentioned that as well. You know, same story beats, different perspectives. And I think that's what kids' sci-fi movies do very well, is that, yeah, they do a lot of tried and true perspective when it comes to this stuff, but story beats, but there's different perspectives to it. We've evolved where, like, yeah, it's now like kids go out into space with the aliens, like in Elio, or, you know, robots are the main characters, like in Robots, but they portray human civilization. We've evolved, but even with that in mind, these set the road for sci-fi for kids, because it took something super well known in sci-fi, aliens and robots, and made them approachable. Because, again, a lot of our block for sci-fi involves robots and aliens being some form of threats and are the butt end of jokes in some ways. Kids' movies show, and I feel like this is why it's not just a kids' movie in my opinion, but more family movie, because everyone can enjoy it. These movies, that's enough out of you.
Oh,
these movies can take a lot away, that people are like, yeah, you know, just because we don't understand it doesn't mean it's scary. And it's an especially important lesson for kids. But also parents, hey, listen to your fucking kids. Just saying. You can't exactly teach kids to be smart and not make the mistakes that you did when you're making them make the mistakes you did.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, that's another reason that her character kind of annoyed me. Like, I get it. You're a single mom. You have a lot on your plate. But, like, listen to your child.
Yeah.
Talk to your child.
I mean, Nani from Lilo and Stitch wasn't far from that branch either, though.
Yeah.
That's the tough part, you know? Because, like, this is also a trope of kids' movies, where if you're a single mom, somehow you're the asshole. Now, do we know the whole story for all these movies? No, typically the husband dies. Yeah. Or, like, they divorce. But we never... It's always interesting to see how single moms are portrayed in movies. You know what I mean? Like the troublemaker, rowdy ones. It's as if they're the issue. It's fascinating.
Which I could appreciate that about E.T. because they didn't make the mom like an asshole. Like she...
Yeah.
That's
breaking a norm.
You could tell she was struggling, but they didn't make her like look like she was annoyed with her children.
Yeah.
I think the mom in this one just looked like she was annoyed with him, which was something that like irritated me. Like, your kid is different. Your kid's a little more nerdy. Like, there's nothing wrong with talking to your child and like encouraging their interests instead of making them feel like they're an annoying kid.
Right. Iron Giant, I feel like it delves deeper into the central themes, but kind of takes a step back in regards to stereotypical characters. Mm-hmm. Not Hogarth in a way, or Dean. Dean and Hogarth are the only ones that feel like breaking the norm. Speaking of characters and norms, how does the Iron Giant himself? Talk to me about him. The main star.
I love him.
Okay, here's your big fight. round 3, winner takes all. E.T. or Iron Giant? Who do you prefer?
The Iron Giant.
Really?
Because I feel like he felt a little more complex. Like E.T. in a lot of ways was very much still a child. Like, yes, he's smart and like we could see the progress that he made, but I feel like that discussion of like the internal conflict of trying to figure out where he fit in, is he a gun or is he like a superhero? Like, just getting to see how complex of a character he really is made me prefer him more than E.T.
That's valid. That's very valid. So that in general, I feel like the plot. Let's go to the plot in general. Talk to me about the plot, especially the climax of it all. How bad did it get you?
Oh, okay. So this went there a little bit. So towards the end, we really see how the Iron Giant thinks of himself as a hero when friggin' fuckface government McGee decides to let out a nuclear bomb.
A missile, yeah.
Yeah, and like they're doing it to blow up the giant. However, it's programmed to go to the giant's location, and the giant's location is 2 feet in front of their face.
Yeah.
So what he does is he takes the missile and he flies off to a point where like it can't hurt anybody. But we know that means that he's no longer there.
Yeah.
However, we do end with a little bit of a happy note. So it is it's leaving us off on a little bit of a unresolved ending, because they don't get to really say goodbye, and we don't know if like they ever see each other again in the future. But it does make you think that the robot dies. However, there's a part where there's a piece delivered to Hogarth, and that piece ends up kind of making its way back to the giant, and we get that resolution of, hey, he's probably still alive. He is. He's just in multiple pieces.
The pieces are reassembling, though. Hypothetically, he can come back as long as the pieces are there.
But we don't really know if they ever get that reunion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it still went there because it's not necessarily, like, it's a bittersweet ending because they don't get to stay together, but at least he's not dead.
That's true. So it's interesting in that regard because it's long-term friends and it separates them. It's fascinating how kids' movies for sci-fi are willing to go there, but only sometimes for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it still wants to have that little bit of a hopeful and or happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, I guess going to fantasy, I mean, this is kids' movies in general, going back to even fantasy. Never-ending story. That horse don't stay fucking dead. It's true. The horse doesn't stay fucking dead. Like,
it's still a terrible.
I know, but like
scene.
it's the emotions that play at you. People know that, and it sells in kids' movies, especially. So it's always been interesting to see, and especially with how story heavy and theme heavy this movie especially is. It's very fascinating to see Brad Bird pull that off, but in a way that doesn't feel typical. Continuing with how much he's willing to go beyond the typical kid sci-fi envelope, because yeah, there's a happy ending, but we don't know if he's ever going to get completely reassembled. We don't know if somebody's tracking him. We don't know if they ever reconnect. You just got to hope and know that he is okay, but the future's uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is one of my least favorite tropes. I do not like an unresolved ending.
But it was fine for this, though, wasn't it?
No, I wanted them to be together.
Okay,
and be
in
happy.
actuality.
But no, I liked it. I was fine with it. I didn't love it, but I got why it needed to be done.
Yeah, you're just grumpy.
I am grumpy because I like happy endings.
It's still a happy ending, technically. He's just on a,
it's a bittersweet
He's on a glacier in Iceland.
I know, but how do we know he's going to put himself back together?
Apparently he can just do that.
We don't know that, though.
He knows what he's doing. He's an Iron Giant. He's a fucking extraterrestrial robot. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But that covers the plot. That covers the themes and characters. What about the animation and voice work? Let's talk about the biggest part of what makes an animated movie so important. the voice work and the animation. Talk to me about it.
Are you done?
Yes.
Are you done?
Yeah, wait.
Don't cough on
There you
me.
go.
That is so rude.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
The voice work in this. First of all, I knew Jennifer Aniston's voice right away.
Yeah, she's so recognizable.
So recognizable. She didn't even try to hide it.
I mean, it's one of those voices that you just recognize whether they're trying or not. And again, maybe this is me. Mark Hamill, same way, honestly. You just know it's him. It's like, is that fucking Mark Hamill? You know it's him.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I feel like sometimes the best voice work is just the voice that makes it iconic. And just changing tones.
The guy who played Kent, I knew that voice immediately. He's the same guy that plays in Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah, Christopher McDonald. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to watch this again, but he also played in Flubber, and I remembered this like distinctly, and I want to go back and watch that movie eventually.
Okay, thanks for remembering Flubber, I guess.
Listen, it's a random thought, okay?
Okay, continue.
But listen, he has a knack for playing bad guys, is my point.
Yeah, he does. It's very distinct for a reason. Again, it's a weird thing. We don't like typecasting, but it has worked before, and it sucks to say that.
I mean, yeah.
But go ahead, talk to me about the animation and voice work.
I mean, what we talked about, first of all, the animation it's simple, but I liked it a lot. Like, this is the kind of animation style that I really enjoy.
Iron Giant was a nice 3D blend, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it made him stick out in a good way, especially. Like, I feel like that was on purpose. Like, giving him a 3D type of animation, but not completely in a 2D world. It's very fascinating. Like, it's like, it adds to the trope of this sci-fi element sticking out in a human world. And it's brilliant in that regard. But, carry on.
The voice work, I think everybody did, like, a really great job. I don't think anybody did anything, like, overly, like, nobody put on any dramatic voices or anything. Like, they very much just kind of played themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was anything, like, spectacular. But everybody did exactly what they were meant to do.
Yeah. Of course. Animation-wise, it was good, too.
I love the animation. This was like my style of animation. Very basic, not in your face, not overstimulating. I liked it. I know not everyone's going to agree with me, but I'm okay with that.
I mean, this is 90s dominated with these animations. 90s and 80s dominated with these animations for a reason. And I'm going to be the hot taker here. I like this better than Disney's animations for the most part in the 90s and 80s.
That's fair.
Other than Hunchback and Notre Dame, but I love Hunchback. And Lion King. Those two. I think it's better than 90% of those. Mm-hmm. Those have a lot of flash more than, like, animation sometimes. I mean, Aladdin, love that animation. A lot more flash in your face than, like, the actual animation quality sometimes.
You leave Aladdin out of this.
It's a good movie, but, like, the only two movies that come close are Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Lion King. And frankly, Hunchback of Notre Dame feels in the same vein as these movies. In a different way. They are not afraid to shy from their themes for a kid's movie. I'm just going to put it out there.
Hunchback of Notre Dame is an exception.
It's a fantastic movie.
I'm not saying it's not.
One of the best Disney movies ever.
I'm just saying it's not a kid's film.
Oh, it is, though. They try to make it.
Yeah. It shouldn't have been a kid's film.
Like, I'm just saying, fantastic Disney film, terrible Kingdom Hearts world.
Oh, boy.
Am I wrong?
No.
Thank you. Do you know how pissed off I was? Anyways, subject for another day.
Right. Do you have any other questions for me before we wrap this up and go start dinner?
Well, since I can't forget it, or else I'm going to get harassed about it, soundtrack, what'd you think?
Oh, well, so I was only asking for E.T. because I figured you would have jumped.
Well, I ask it every episode, soundtrack, what'd you think?
Well, I figured you would have asked for that one because you would have jumped at the opportunity to tell me who the composer was.
You're smart. You know who it is.
I did know who it was, but I thought we could bond over it.
So what was this soundtrack? What'd you think?
I don't know. This one was solid, but it didn't like stand out or anything.
It didn't tug at the heartstrings and add to the plot like E.T. did, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's fair. Anything else you want to aad for Iron Giant?
Nope. I had a great time with both of those movies.
So which one do you prefer overall? E.T. or Solid Giant? He sure is solid, all right. He's made of solid iron.
I think the Iron Giant more.
Okay. So this goes
I think so just because of the animation style and the character dynamics. Although, like, I did love the Found Family in E.T.
Both are fantastic films.
Both are fantastic films, but I think Iron Giant gets my heart slightly more.
Okay. So this goes into overall. Let's talk about this category. What did you think about how kids' movies handled sci-fi? Because they took tried and true tropes where it's typically the alien or the butt of a joke with robots and aliens and made them approachable. What did you think?
I think... See, the thing that I don't like about some children's movies is they're a little too basic. Like, they don't think that kids can handle a little more mature themes. Obviously, you're not swearing and like showing certain things, but kids can handle a lot more older themes, like, if then you give them credit for. The thing that I forgot to mention when we were talking about E.T. is they kind of glossed over how the government are the bad guys. Like, obviously, like, we knew, like, we weren't supposed to trust them because there was a whole hurt E.T.
There was a whole shot with the sun that was a great shot, by the way. The filmography for both of these movies is amazing. Great shot where, like, there's the sun setting, I think, and over the hill comes the fucking government to a marching theme, essentially, like a drum.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it went as far as it could have.
Oh, for sure. I agree. But I feel like Steven Spielberg did it in the subtlest of ways, and kind of gave kids credit in a different way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can see that.
Instead of being, like, in your face telling kids, don't trust the government, it's letting it sink in atmosphere-wise, so it connects somewhere in the kids' brains. But please continue your thoughts.
Yeah, I just think it could have gone there a little bit more.
Oh, for sure.
And, like, you can't just not give kids credit. Like, something that I know we talk shit about Disney all the time, but something I appreciate about Pixar movies is it's never a happy ending. It's always kind of like a little bit of a bittersweet ending where you get, like, you never really get the outcome that you're expected to. Like with why are you looking at me like that?
I was gonna say Finding Nemo. He reunites with his
But they're
dad.
never like, not okay. I feel like after Finding Nemo, like Monsters Inc.
Toy Story. They get a puppy.
But like
Toy Story 2.
Or like
Al's Toy Barn.
Shut up.
Okay, please continue.
Or like Onward. Ian didn't get to meet his dad, but he got to tell his brother how much he meant to him. Or Monsters Inc. Like, they didn't completely save the factory, although they found a new way to save it. Like, it's just little things like that they're not happy endings in the way that you expect. They're just different outcomes. And that's something that I can appreciate about Pixar. And it's something that I think more kids' movies should do. Like, trust that kids can handle those themes a little bit better.
Yeah, for all the good a lot of animated movies are doing that aren't Disney, I feel like we're also going backwards still. I mean, Trolls is an interesting 50-50. Mario movie with Mario Galaxy coming up, that's technically a sci-fi, I guess, because it's space. That's an okay movie. We're going kind of backwards, I feel like, with kids media, especially in some regards. Some regards, though, like Gravity Fall, but in regards where I feel like we're going forward, that's where the stuff gets canceled, and then in its place we get 50 Minions and Teen Titans Go and all that shit. Like, again, to go back to the Minions, why the fuck are we dealing with Cthulhu in this stupid-ass fucking way where he's a little short dude with a little sass and a New York accent? Anyways.
Cthulhu is one of Benson's favorite monsters.
I love the Cthulhu mythos in general. Anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point. This isn't Minions month. This is Sci-Fi month. But I feel like E.T. and Iron Giant set a great ground mark where Disney, if you were questioning where they were going with quality, even during the Disney Renaissance, where they could go after, I feel like these movies set the groundworks where it's like, if it's not a Titan, look towards us. The soon-to-be Titans. And you know what? It worked, in my opinion. And I think these kids' movies really show how sci-fi themes... Because sci-fi, again, is a vessel for warning about the future, warning about things we don't know, and how humans can either interact with it, stop it, save it, or are doomed to the cycle.
Stop it.
That's exactly it. So sci-fi is that vessel for those themes. Kids' movies show that it doesn't always have to be a scary choice or always have to be intimidating. You just have to try to understand it before doing something malicious or like adult intent, or like not adult intent. How do I word it? Ignorant, because adults do have a lot of ignorance when it comes to bias and things they can't comprehend. I mean, humans' first instincts is fight or flight, psychologically speaking. So instead of fighting or flying, why not trying to understand it? And it applies to human culture as it is. So it's very interesting. And I think these kids' movies these two we did, are the best examples I can give without it going like too far from the path, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But there are some good movies that, even if they don't do that, they're good sci-fi films that explore different ways aliens and robots and humanity exist. I mean, Elio looks like a fun movie with a spin on alien kidnapping.
I know. And that one's Pixar, so I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Hoppers, I hear, is a fantastic movie that talks about saving the ecosystem. I'm sure there's some other shit involved. And it's basically like using robot animals to drop your consciousness into them to understand them and understand their benefits.
Look at the last couple of global warming movies we've watched.
All right, listen. Fucking you hate Birdemic. Just say it out loud. Just say it for the chat. We hate Birdemic. We hate whimsy and fun. Go ahead. Say it loud for everybody there.
I don't like Birdemic.
I know, but again, I feel like there's hopefully a renaissance with kids media, because I hope everyone's paying attention to what's going on with media, because I feel like with these movies like Hoppers and other shows getting these successes in a world where we get live action Snow White and Moana and live action, or like Teen Titans Go instead of the finale of the Titans, I hope everyone's paying attention, where there is a renaissance where we're getting this storytelling advancing forward, and not just picking up where Iron Giant and E.T. laid the groundworks, but building upon it so fast it's not even funny. And you got to go support them. Support your media. Support literate media. Support PBS. That's an important one. That's not sci-fi. If we're talking about supporting media, though, I'm going to say it. Support PBS. Fuck yeah. But I think these movies laid the groundworks, though, for, what kids can... or testing the waters for what kids can understand.
And rightfully so.
Because, you know what? Yeah, fuck yeah. Kids are smart. Hell yeah. We were kids once.
Yeah.
I had straight A's for a couple years before the gifted child syndrome kicked in.
I didn't have debt.
I didn't have debt. Thank you for reminding me that. That was nice. Okay. Thanks. The save plan just ended. Now I got to pay the government even more money. Thanks for reminding me that. Fucking, even in adulthood, you know what? Maybe I took the wrong things away from these movies, because now I'm saying the government's my enemy. I never said this when I was a kid. I didn't even care what the government was. I want a Pikachu. But
you still just want Pikachu.
Yes, but I hate the government too, so there's a difference here. I want Pikachu, and I want Pikachu to use Thunderbolt on the White House. So,
okay.
Cinema.
Well,
anyways.
That is the end of this episode.
No other thoughts?
No.
Okay. Kids media. Sci-fi. Go hand in hand, and it's beautiful. Great stuff. What's next?
So, next time will be our no theme.
Yeah.
We will be discussing 4 movies, which is the most that we've discussed in this entire month.
Oh, I can't wait.
We will be talking about Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
Yes, the perfect duology.
We will be talking about Independence Day.
Which couldn't fit with Aliens, but whatever.
And...
You got this.
And
you got this. And we're keeping this in, I hope you know. I'll take for 500, Steve.
And
I'll take 500. Oh, Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey. Oh my god, I can't believe you didn't remember that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we've talked about a lot of things, okay? There's a lot of shit in the next few months that we have to do.
So we will be discussing those 4 that didn't quite fit into a certain theme at any other point.
Yeah. It's a great time. It's a beautiful time. I can't wait. Those movies are all peak. 2 of those movies are in my top 5 of all time.
If everything goes according to plan, we should have a special guest on for that episode.
Yeah.
He's a returning guest.
Yes. It's my boy.
Ben will be joining us.
Benjamin Basementman.
And then after that, we will do the wrap-up. So we'll be wrapping up all the movies that we have watched.
Like a nice little cocoon.
And then jumping into our next theme, where we will also discuss Stranger Things.
Yes, and tie up those 2 themes together. So it comes back.
And then we're hoping that by May we'll be back on schedule. And we can start May fresh.
You're asking a lot from two people that don't have this as their main job. Just saying that.
Well, if you just got it together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I didn't realize
let us
this.
know what
No,
your
wait a
favorite
minute.
childhood sci-fi movie is. We love you. See you next time. Goodbye.
Maybe this is the divorce episode.